Have you ever read a job description and thought, there's no way anyone meets all of these requirements? You're not alone. Many job seekers feel this way because job postings today often feel like a checklist for a mythical purple squirrel, an impossible candidate who checks every single box. In this video, we're diving into why job posting requirements seem so unrealistic, and more importantly, how you can navigate them to land your next role. Let's uncover the truth behind the job description wish list. But before we dive in, if you're new here and haven't subscribed yet, hit the subscribe button and the bell to be notified every time we post a new video about job search advice, or if you're just looking for encouragement, wisdom, and practical guidance in your career transition journey. Let us be your guide. Back when I started recruiting, we had a term for the perfect but unattainable candidate: the purple squirrel. It was a running joke during intake calls with hiring managers and our colleagues. They described their dream candidate, someone with 15 plus years of experience in a niche industry, a master's degree, multiple certifications, and expertise spanning 3 unrelated fields, and all of this for a mid-level salary. Essentially, they wanted a Ferrari on a bicycle budget. This trend hasn't gone away. In fact, it seems like job postings today are becoming even more unrealistic. So why is that happening and how can you navigate it? We're diving into all of that in today's video. But before we get started, let me introduce myself. I'm Chuks Agada, also known as Dr. A, with 20 years of HR and recruitment experience for some of the world's leading companies. My wife and I founded Career Calibration to help seasoned professionals land 6-figure plus roles without the frustration of relying solely on job applications that yield little to no results. So we've successfully guided hundreds of candidates and clients through their job search journey, helping them overcome the obstacles in today's challenging market. If you're a seasoned professional looking for clarity, confidence, and results in your career transition, stay tuned until the end and I'll share how we can support you on your journey. So according to a Harvard Business Review study, 61% of job descriptions contain unrealistic expectations or vague requirements. This misalignment often stems from a lack of collaboration between hiring managers, recruiters, and HR teams. But beyond unrealistic job descriptions, something even more intriguing is happening. There's been a lot of buzz lately about companies shifting to skills-based hiring, focusing on specific capabilities rather than traditional qualifications like degrees. While this sounds great in theory, it's not exactly new. Companies have always valued skills. The real change lies in how narrowly they're now defining them. For instance, you might lose out on a role because you don't have experience with one specific tool mentioned in the job posting, even though you could learn it quickly. Or perhaps the job requires expertise in an area that could easily be trained on the job. Specificity has become the hiring norm. While this can feel frustrating, it's also an opportunity to stand out by showcasing the transferable skills you do have. So here's something most job seekers don't realize. Job descriptions are often far from accurate. Let me break it down. Job descriptions can be created in a variety of ways, some traditional via job analysis methodology, and some not so much so. Here are the most common scenarios. Number 1, HR-driven descriptions. In many cases, the HR team or recruiter creates a job description, often with minimal input from the hiring manager. Some hiring leaders see this as HR's job and don't want to be bothered with the details. As a result, HR might pull an old job description template, sprinkle in a couple of buzzwords, and post it without ensuring it fully reflects the role's actual needs. Number 2, the copy and paste phenomenon. Sometimes job descriptions are cobbled together by copying and pasting from similar roles found online without tailoring them to the company's unique requirements. This leads to generic or outdated postings that don't align with the hiring manager's expectations. And then number 3, a disconnect between teams. A lack of communication between hiring leaders, recruiters, and HR can lead to job postings that don't reflect the true need of the role. Have you ever been in an interview only to discover new requirements that weren't listed in the job posting? Yup. This happens because the hiring team isn't on the same page. Hiring managers may end up frustrated because they're not seeing the right candidates, while candidates feel like their time has been wasted applying and interviewing for a role that wasn't accurately advertised. It's important to remember that most job descriptions are wish lists, not rigid requirements. Hiring managers rarely find someone who meets 100% of the criteria. In fact, a survey by Robert Half found that 42% of resumes received by HR managers are from candidates who don't meet all the job requirements. And guess what? Many of those candidates still get hired. If you're finding value in this video so far, hit that like button right now. Also, comment below, have you ever seen a job description that made you say, no way? Share your experience in the comments. I'd love to hear how you handled it. Now that you understand why job descriptions often seem unrealistic, let's talk about how to approach them effectively. So number one, don't self-disqualify. If you meet at least 60% of the requirements, go for it. Hiring managers rarely find a perfect candidate. Who's to say that the hiring manager will want to speak with you? They might see potential in your background that you haven't even considered, or they may have an even better role in mind. But you'll never know unless you apply. So don't disqualify yourself before you even try. Number two, focus on core skills. Look for the skills mentioned multiple times in the job description and make sure to highlight those on your resume. Earlier, I mentioned how companies often focus on specificity. Whether it's a particular skill or specific industry experience, pay attention to the terms like desired or preferred. These are clues about what the employer values most. If you have those skills, showcase them prominently on your resume. If tailoring your resume feels overwhelming, consider leveraging AI tools to help identify and match keywords from the job description. In my resume video, I explained how to quickly tailor your resume to a job description. This process can significantly boost your chances of standing out. Number three, get on the inside of the organization. I always say never apply to a role without reaching out to someone at the company. Building a connection with someone inside the organization puts you miles ahead of the competition. They can give you insider information about the role that isn't listed on the job description, helping you refine your application and interview strategy. More importantly, a strong internal referral can help you bypass the ATS, or the applicant tracking system, and ensure that your resume gets seen by the right people. Let me share a story to inspire you to pursue roles that might feel out of reach. In my early days as a tech recruiter, I worked with a hiring manager who insisted on finding a candidate with 10 years of experience in a programming language that had only been around for 5 years. It was a perfect example of how job descriptions often don't match reality. Ultimately, we hired someone who met 70% of the qualifications, and they turned out to be one of the best hires we've ever made. Job descriptions are perfect, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't apply. Focus on your strengths, tailor your application, and don't hesitate to reach out to someone on the inside. Remember, your ability to adapt, learn, and grow often matters more than checking every single box. All right, that's it for this video. If you are a seasoned professional that is struggling to make that career transition and need help in doing so, I'd love to help. Click on the link below and fill out an application to work with us. If a fit, you'll be prompted to schedule a call with us. I look forward to meeting you. Also, would you like expert job search advice delivered weekly into your inbox? Sign up to join our exclusive email list. Get exclusive insights designed to help you land your next role. Sign up today by clicking on the link below and take control of your job search. And finally, if you liked this video, be sure to subscribe and comment below. See you next time. Over and out.